Hey, you, welcome to Tarot My Becoming. This is Yubi, your astro friendly Latina therapist. So, welcome. This is the Earth signs, Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo, your reading for the end of the month of October. And so, I did an intro of myself with the air signs, and so you are more than welcome to check out that video. This is me entertaining tarot. I actually love tarot. I enjoy listening to it and get frustrated with it. It's great and it's not great, and I'll tell you why. But I enjoy it. I still enjoy it. I still find myself gravitated towards it. I grew up Christian, very conservative Christian, and entertained the other way. And now I'm somewhere in the middle in terms of integrating both, right? Integrating what works from both, not getting stuck in either one, but seeing the value in it, and what purpose it served in my life. And so you don't really find a lot of people who entertain Christianity and astrology and tarot. Now, mind you, astrology and tarot are two separate things, just so you know. But this is really meant to help guide those who are questioning tarot or wondering if tarot, you get lost with tarot. I mean, when I was entertaining this other world, my family, my friends, were worried. They were like, "You're going to get lost." And mind you, I had a lot of Christian friends. I was actually a church group leader. And so when they found out that I was going this route, there was worry and fear, and they tried to stop me and warn me, and it just, intrigued me even more, and I was more curious about trying to get to the bottom of it, like why people feared it. And so I'm here to just provide a different lens and just have fun with it, really. So take what resonates, leave the rest behind. These are general readings, and so not everything will be for you, but if it is, great, appreciate it. You can click like, subscribe, share the content if it does make sense for you. But yeah, with that said, I will get on with the reading. I am using the tarot decks and the oracle cards that I first encountered in this journey, and I do have my little seashell with crystals. Love it here. My favorite one is the selenite palm stone. I love it. I use it to sit with, to meditate, and that just kind of helps me stay grounded. So the oracle cards that I am using are the Denise Lynn Sacred Traveler deck. Really enjoy her decks. It was the first one that I was drawn to, and the first tarot deck that I purchased is the Sun Moon Tarot by Vanessa DeCourt. Here's this one. It's so pretty, like so youthful. Seems like teenagers in love. That's what. That's where I was, right? I was 39. 39 and feeling like a teenager, right? I'm not 39 anymore. Pushing 45, almost to 50. So excited about that. But yeah, so but it, I didn't have your traditional adolescence. So that's another, thing that I bring to the table is that I'm a licensed clinical social worker. I'm a therapist. So I bring that lens, right? And astrology and Christianity and just having that life experience. But anyways, so this is end of month reading for earth signs. I wrote it down so I don't forget. So I'm gonna start with an oracle card. I do the cards that jump out. So let's see what card jumps out for earth signs. Earth signs. What's the message for earth signs? Oh, there we go. Protected by angels. Look at that. You're protected by angels. You are cherished by the angels. So don't forget that. Whatever's happening in your life right now, know that you are protected. You are guided. You are being watched over, right? When you're starting something new, a new chapter, sometimes it can be really scary. You feel like you're all alone in it, right? And needing to navigate that. And so it can be really scary, especially if there's other people around you that maybe don't understand what's happening to you, but you're always protected by angels. Whatever is going on, there's this firm, watched over feeling with that. And there's even like this expression of like peace and serenity with the facial expression, right? Like there's this almost happiness as well, like a small grin of like you're going the right way. You're going the right way, whatever that way is. You're exactly where you need to be. And I think that's really important for people to recognize, especially for you earth signs, is earth signs are grounded energy, right? It's about building the structure, putting the roots in. And so when you're doing something new, it can be really unnerving. So know that you're protected wherever you are, whatever you're creating, whatever you're trying to build, you are being protected. So I usually do a Celtic cross. I like it because it's, I don't know if I do it the same way as other people. I probably do. But I start off with identifying what energy, where you are, like who are you embodying right now? And so let's see, who are you? How are you starting this reading, earth signs? Let's see what comes up for you. Protected by angels, right? Who are you embodying? Who are you embodying? Oh, that's too many. Let's try it again. Who are you embodying? Earth signs, Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus. What energy are you embodying? What characteristics are you embodying? There you are. Let's see. You've got the Four of Pentacles. I really like the Four of Pentacles in this tarot deck. Usually the Four of Pentacles, there are three right above in the original tarot. Let me see if I can find it. And there's three on the floor and one right above it. It's the opposite. Three on the floor, and then there's one pentacle right above the head. And I remember when I first saw that card, at least the tarot weight, that deck reminded me of the three things that you're grounding, and the one thing that's coming from above. The one thing, here it is, Four of Pentacles. So compare the tarot read with this one, right? It's different. Three that you're touching and one that you're not, whereas this one, the Four of Pentacles, they're all grounded. So it's almost like you're building the foundation for something. And the thing that is intangible is right in the center, if you notice, right? It's right in the center, this magical alchemy, if you will, of whatever you're creating. And look at the background. It's like there's nothing there, right? There's nothing there. You're building it. You're creating the foundation, the floor plan almost, right? So this is how you start off with, right? Pentacles, earth sign. Pentacles are earth. So that's how you start off. And then there's power. So there's a certain element of power that you're either harnessing because you're generating, right, what's coming from your heart. So notice that this one isn't from above. It's from here, from your heart. Like what am I going to create? What the foundation that I'm trying to set is coming from your heart, right? That's where the power is coming from. So what is crossing your energy right now, earth sign? So remember, what's crossing you is kind of like the fork in the road, right? What are you having to contemplate with? What are you having to explore or consider? That's how I try to look at it. So what are you considering, earth signs? You're considering abundance. Three of Cups, abundance. I just finished doing the air signs. And so if you have some type of air in your chart, this might be worth looking at the air sign. Their category was abundance. And so what crosses you is abundance, right? Is and having fun. Three of Cups is friendship and joy. And if you look, right, three women, right, they're just having fun under the moon, right? Three of Cups, Cups is water energy. And so just enjoying the abundance that exists, right? Abundance in the water, abundance in friendship, abundance in the night sky, right? And so your crossroad is abundance, right? Is this something that you're wanting to embrace? Is this something that you're wanting to create for yourself with the Four Pentacles that you are wanting to build for yourself, right? And so, these readings are for Sun, Moon, and Rising. I'm a Capricorn moon, so I would encourage you to check out those signs, and go check out your moon sign, your rising sign, and kind of put a picture together of different parts of your life. See what messages resonate with you. But this makes sense, right? I mean, Earth. Sometimes we're really grounded in what we're doing, right? And we forget to have fun because it's just hard work. So this is asking you to explore, like, what abundance are you wanting to create for yourself, right? So the next thing we're looking at is the energy that you're tapping into. So now this is what you're experiencing right now. What energy are you tapping into, Earth signs? What energy are you tapping into? This is what you're already experiencing. What are you tapping into, Earth signs? What are you tapping into? Oh, Eight of Swords, feeling stuck. Eight of Swords, interference. If you look, right, you're wanting to build something, but there's a sense of like being stuck, like you feel trapped. It seems like there's almost this feeling of you have no control over what you're getting stuck in. It feels like that. But it's coming from above. If you notice these strings, it's almost like a puppet, right? That's moving you around. I mean, Eight of Swords is almost the Nine of Swords, where it's like the thoughts and the feelings. It's really this perception of being stuck, right? So it's air energy. It's coming from the sky, the heavens, but we have to remember that you're in control, right? You're the one that views the world in that way. And so, but this is how you're viewing it, right? This may be how you're viewing it right now, this feeling of not being in control, wanting that power, and trying to figure out how to implement the power that you do have with what you're wanting to create, right? And feeling like there's interference, like there might be something that's holding you back, or just the perception of being held back with all of these worries and thoughts of what you're trying to release, right? What you're trying to release. For some, it may be that what you're trying to release. For some, you probably do have some type of interference that's holding you back from this crossroads, right? Of wanting to tap into your abundance. But let's see. So that's the energy that is being touched on, right? You're tapping into that. But let's see what's not being tapped into. So this energy that's accessible but not yet tapped into. What's the hidden energy here for the Earth signs? What's the hidden energy for the Earth signs? The hidden energy for the Earth signs. What's the hidden energy? Hidden energy for Earth. Here we go. Three of Swords, heartbreak, healing. Three of Swords is often also associated with healing, worry, sorrow, right? So you're trying to not tap into maybe a heartbreak, right? A heartbreak of some kind. Maybe it's the heartbreak of not being able to work, to let go, or not being able to feel free, right? The heartbreak of that. Or maybe it's the heartbreak of what could potentially happen if you do set yourself free, right? Because when there's change and when we release control and release the things that are holding us back, that creates a tower moment for those around us, even for ourselves, right? Because we don't know what's going to happen next. We don't know how things will impact other people. And that really can lead to a lot of different layers of heartbreak, right? And, if you look at the Three Swords, they're stabbing in different angles, because in so many different directions, so many different perspectives, right, that this heartbreak can appear for folks. And also keep in mind that this is the illusion. In this particular one, it's a different way. Let me show you what the tarot read one is. Because the one thing I love about tarot decks and the different images that they portray is how the story stands out for the tarot readers. If you haven't paid attention, you'll notice that for some they're intuitive readers. For others, they look at the pictures, and that's how they're able to tell the story and pick up on the storyline. But the Three of Swords looks different in every deck. So in this one, it's similar, but it's the heart, right? And the tears, the sadness. But this one, it's almost like it's the fear or the illusion of the heartbreak, like feeling like it's going to be worse than what it really is. Because remember, swords are air energy. So it's oftentimes how we perceive things. Not to say that it's not reality, but it may not be reality. It's just how we look at the situation. And so it's very cloudy, right? It's up in the air. It's my thoughts, it's my feelings that are up here that are falling into this bubble that becomes then the reality. And so this could be saying, right, that the untapped energy is the fear, and you're trying to no, I can't think of that right now, right? So it's untapped. It could go there. It could go there depending, right, on what your choice is. But that's the untapped energy. So you haven't really either given yourself permission to grieve because you're still in it. Makes sense, right? From a therapeutic perspective, you can't grieve when you're still in it. When you're still in it, it feels like you're a victim. It feels like you're trying to survive, right? And oftentimes it's not until we let go and move away from all of whatever's holding us back that we're actually able to feel the heartbreak, the sorrow, the grief. You're grieving, right? The ability to grieve so that you can then heal. And so that, again, this is the untapped energy. This could be what's coming for you, right? It may not be. It just depends, because some people, when they release control, sometimes it's like, whew, it feels so good to let go. Like, that's how I felt. So for every person, it's just going to be a different storyline, right? So for you, figure out what that's going to be. And so what are you walking away from with all of this, Earth signs? What are you walking away from? What are you walking away from? Let's see. What are you walking away from? Oh, you're walking away from the Four of Cups. The Four of Cups. Look at this one. She looks sad. The Four of Cups. She looks sad. Where are the Four of Cups? Do you see the Four of Cups? Because I only see three. One, two. Oh, no, she's holding three. And there's one falling from the sky with water. So if you look, she's got three empty cups, but there's one that's falling from the sky with water. It's like, hey, look up. Don't look down. Don't be sad. Look up. There's something there for you, right? And the top says luxury. It says luxury. Let's look at what that was meaning. Four of Cups, new experiences, emotional indifference, right? If you look at her, she looks sad, but she could just be contemplating, right? It could also be that excess, it says, leads to dissatisfaction and boredom, right? Luxury. So sometimes when we have everything, or if we've worked, which makes sense, right? Earth energy, work, building structure. And when you've accumulated so much, there's just like, wow, I have 3 cups in my hand. I have a lot in my hand, but it's not fulfilling. There's nothing like, I've worked hard for this, right? I created it because I wanted satisfaction, but I'm still feeling like something is missing. And it's this cup from the sky. And it could be that you're walking away from the awareness that what you've created, this luxury, this life the stability that we often sometimes don't look at luxury, because there's this feeling of like lack. There's this feeling of lack. And so you're walking away from this lack mentality. You're walking away from feeling like there's nothing there for you. Let's see what you're walking towards. Earth signs, what are you walking towards? Oh, 5 of Wands, strife, practice. So 5 of Wands often means you are practicing for conflict. You're practicing, so you're not really in conflict yet, but you're preparing yourself for some potential conflict. Now, I wonder if this potential conflict that you're going to embrace has to do with whatever you've got that is holding you back, right? Because in order to be set free, there's got to be some discomfort, right? There's got to be some type of like discussion, some type of conflict, some type of like, hey, this isn't working for me, and that's going to bring heartache, right? And so it's the possibility of you having to confront, right? And you're maybe developing the skills to confront what changes are needing to occur so that you feel a little more free, right? So that you feel relieved, that you feel like things are going to get better. So you're, wanting to, having to really walk towards that challenge in order for something to occur. And the current situation is the Nine of Swords. So there could be a lot of worry, a lot of grief, a lot of maybe cruel thoughts, self-talk, negative self-talk about what you're having to do, right? What's the worries about what's going to happen if I confront the people in my life that I feel are holding me back, or confront the challenges of, maybe I'm needing to practice how to be more comfortable with the challenges, and that is uncomfortable for me because I like stability. I like knowing what's going to happen next. Earth energies are very much, I need to see it to believe it, right? And so if I'm seeing something, the idea of not knowing what's going to come next rattles me. Right? Earth signs like, no, don't shake up my environment, right? I don't know what's going to happen if I don't have a plan, but I'm feeling stuck. You're feeling stuck, and your goal, and what's you're crossing in energy is this abundance, right? Are you going to do what it takes to embrace that fork in the road and work towards your abundance? And remember, you are protected. You are protected. So with this challenge, you are being protected. These negative thoughts, these worries, you are being protected. So let's see what your hopes and fears are. What are your hopes and fears, Earth sign? Earth signs, Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus. What are your hopes and fears? Hopes and fears. Hopes and fears with all of that's happening. What are your hopes? Hopes and fears, Earth signs. What are your hopes and fears? Hopes and fears. What are your hopes? Hopes and fears for the end of October. Oh, really came out. Your hopes. The universe. Your hopes are the universe, right? That the universe meets you there. The universe gives you, right? What you're asking for. That the universe is there to protect you, right? Because you are protected by angels, right? You're protected by angels, and so the universe oftentimes it deals with victory, wholeness, completion. It's a cycle that's completing. This might be a something that's needing to be balanced out, right? In order, you might need to have to walk away, right? Maybe your hope is that you're liberated from this cycle that maybe you've been stuck in, that you've probably been stuck in for a long time, right? A long time. I mean, you started off with the Four of Pentacles. Maybe this is something that you've been trying to build, trying to nurture, trying to get off the ground. Look at all this empty space right here. And look at how far you've come. It's like you've built stuff. It's not to say that your hard work hasn't been, fruitful, but you know that there's more. You know that there's a crossroads for you to reach maximum abundance. I mean, look, these people are reaching for the moon and the stars. And so the universe is like asking you to the hope is that you follow your intuition, that you follow the guidance from the universe, and you recognize, hey, you're protected. You are protected and you will end this cycle being protected, right? But you have to do what's hard. You have to embrace the confrontation, whether it's practicing it before you do it. Oftentimes, that's what I tell my clients, right? If you're unsure about how to navigate a confrontation, role play it, practice it, right? Practice it and then say in front of a mirror, practice it with a friend that you trust, right? And then actually go in front and do it. And however it unfolds, right? However it unfolds, it will unfold exactly as it needed to, because you are protected. You are protected. You are protected. You are cherished. And it's a learning. It's a learning experience. Every challenge is a learning experience, how you're going to navigate that. So your hopes are the universe that this cycle gets closed. This cycle gets closed so that you can start something new. So what are your fears? What are your fears, Earth sign? I mean, we've already talked about your fears. You're in it. You're so in it. I'm sorry for the laughing, but it's like sometimes when we have nothing else to do, we have to find humor in our situation, right? You're in it. You're totally in it. 9 of Swords, right? You're worried. You're feeling stuck. You're not sure if this is the right thing to do, but you know your abundance is calling you, right? And it is requiring courage in that direction. It's a courage under fire, basically, right? With those 5 of Wands, at least the way it's presented here, right? So what else are you worried about, Earth sign? Like, what else are you worried about? What else is coming up for my Earth signs? Oh, Prince of Pentacles. Stability. You're worried about your stability, right? Keep in mind, this is not the King of Pentacles. This is the Prince of Pentacles. So you've created some type of structure, some type of stability, and you don't want to let go of that. You don't want to let go of what you have created. And look at this bull. Like, it's almost like stopping. Like, wait. Can I really make this change? Do I really want to make this change, right? And look, the Prince of Pentacles has the world in his hands. He has the world in his hands right here. But it's a choice, right? And so that it's a valid fear. It's a very valid fear. You've created something for yourself, but it's tying you up. Whatever you've created, you feel stuck in it. You definitely feel stuck in it. And you know there's something else in your heart that's brewing. There's something in your heart that's brewing. Something bigger, something magical, something that you can't really touch, which is hard for Earth signs to believe, because they're very much Earth is heavy. Earth is real. I can touch it, but the magic, but what's in my heart, my feelings, my thoughts, it can be a lot. It can be overwhelming, right? So it makes sense. It makes sense that that's a valid fear, right? Of losing or not necessarily losing, but restructuring what you've already created. Even the grass. There's grass here, right? You've developed something, but let's see what the outcome is for the Earth signs. What's the outcome? What is the outcome for Earth signs? Aside from knowing you are protected by angels, but what is the outcome for Earth signs? What can we expect as the outcome for our Earth signs with this storyline? Earth signs, Capricorn, Virgo, and Taurus, Sun, Moon, and Rising. What is the outcome that we can expect with this message? For those it resonates. Oh, the Star. Healing, of course. It makes sense. You can expect healing by taking this step, by being brave, by whether it's practicing to embrace that confrontation or actually do the confrontation. Once you let go, there's going to be healing. There's going to be healing with this. And not just that, but there's a lot of magic in this. Like, look at the star. Look at the star. This star is really, clearly, right? It's a star card. But it reminds me of this. What's brewing here, right? What's brewing here is bigger. It's like it's brewing, but like almost abundantly, like up here, right? It's kind of taken over. it's kind of taken over, and it's water energy, it's emotions, it's tapping in, it's moving away from what you can touch to the touch to the feel, which is different. Think about it, right? Feel you could still touch, but touch and feel can be two different things. Same sense, but different experience, because I could touch this card, but I could also feel my emotions. I can't touch my emotions, but I can feel my emotions. So healing and abundance is coming for you, earth signs. But first, you got to take the step. You got to be courageous, right? Be courageous. Trust that you are exactly where you need to be. This is your sitch. This is where you are. You're at the end of this cycle. You are at the end of this cycle, and you are protected. You are protected, and there's healing and abundance coming for you. So, wow. Wow, earth signs. That's amazing. I mean, talk about triumph, right? Talk about triumph and the bravery that it takes to walk away from what you've created, right? But knowing that there's something more, something bigger, something amazing for you. So thank you so much for joining me. Press like, subscribe, share the content if it makes sense for you. And I hope you join me next time for Tarot My Becoming. Take care.